We're on it today.
Walk. Oh wait, let me grab my phone so I can respond now.
We're already live. What are you doing? Don't grab your phone now.
No, no, I've got to do it to make sure that we are live and not having any issues. so, um, and that way I can also respond to the chat too. So, okay. Um, okay, I think we're live. Hello,
Don't,
everyone.
don't worry, guys. I got my pom poms, although it interferes with the background, so I'll be quiet with it.
so, okay, we are officially live. If you are watching and joining, let us know where you're joining. We have not been on LinkedIn Live
We've been a little
for
quiet.
a little bit. We've been a little bit behind the scenes. So, first off,
Soon, yeah.
let us know where you're from, where you're watching, um, if we want to, all of that fun stuff. And yeah, a little rusty in terms of doing this live thing. And we're at 12 o'clock in the middle of the afternoon. Who
Yeah.
are these girls?
Who are we?
Who are we?
Like we're
Shell,
new
who are
here.
you?
Thanks, Mel. Hey, everyone. It's great to be back. And we've got some great things planned for you. I am Shel Shapiro, affectionately, as you can see on your screen, your LinkedIn cheerleader. And we're really excited to get back in action today and to tell you what we've been up to. You know, for me, that's like supporting and encouraging everybody to really like shine and stand out and become their best rock star selves on LinkedIn. So yeah, I'm excited for it. You should go and introduce yourself now because you know people need a reintroduction of you too.
Yeah, so for those that don't know who I am, my name is Melanie Mitchell Wexler. I am a career coach, but I'm also a LinkedIn strategist. My goal is to help you be found, seen, and to be heard on this platform. I want to give a shout out real quick to Meryl. Thank you, Meryl, for joining us. We truly appreciate it. So, yeah, we kind of, well, we didn't kind of, we took a break from the whole LinkedIn Live universe. And so we've been doing some kind of a lot of things behind the scenes that a lot of people are going to start seeing happening. So of course, I want to first just say during this whole period of time, of course, Taylor Swift drops that she's going to have another album, and I felt like, okay, yeah, well, we've been quiet all summer long, but we're going to be dropping a few things ourselves. So that is first and foremost, but want to just give a quick gratitude to everybody that's showing up live here with us today, but everybody that supported us in the past as well. We are changing what LinkedIn Rockstar, not what it means, but kind of how our process is and what we're doing. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're only going to be on live for 30 minutes today, so we may be talking a little fast, but we hope to give you a couple of tips. Also, tell you a little bit of the behind the scenes of what we've been working on and tell you what's next and how you can potentially connect with us and work, and how you can work with us in the near future. So, what's been brewing this summer, Shell? What should we start off with?
Yeah, well, we have been really reestablishing what LinkedIn Rockstar Academy looks like from the ground up. And I feel like you may be thinking, well, didn't you guys just do that a few months ago? We did, and now we're back and we're even better than we were before. We really took into consideration everything that you guys were telling us as far as community and support and partnership that you guys were all looking for. And we really did not take that lightly. We heard when you said you don't want to do LinkedIn alone and you're tired of feeling alone and not being seen for the true rock stars that you are. So we've been putting together some quick wins for everyone. We've been revamping what our workshops, our master classes, our cohort looks like. We've been revamping what the community looks like. And we're just excited to unveil that for you guys. So that's what we've been up to.
Yeah, and I want to take us even a step further. Yeah, we did. We kind of took a step back and we're like, oh, we're going to rework this and we're going to do this. Truth is this, and I want to give a shout out to Chris Colt. I'm going to make a tag him there in the comments. But um, one of the things that um, we thought we had made changes, and we did. We made some changes, but we really did not know the amount of work we were actually going to do with the changes that we have coming up, truthfully. Like it has been, I would say, probably a
We've been
good.
doing our homework.
Sorry, Simpson's losing his mind over on the other off camera. So, but literally, like, probably almost at times feels like it's a full time job with all the work that we've been doing. Like, I mean, I can't tell you guys, we've been on calls, 2, 3 hour calls, working on content, working on what does this course actually look like? Who do we support? How do we want to, how do we want this to be set up? Because we truly believe in this, but I want to take it even one step further. This goes back to our origin. This goes back to our roots. This goes back to how Shell and I both started on this platform. And we both started on this platform alone. That's the truth. We started alone. We started our businesses alone, trying to do anything and everything that we were told there was a way to get to, to land clients and to land business in LinkedIn. And it just led to frustration. It led to being in muddy waters and feeling like you're stuck in the muck and you can't get out because you're doing it alone. Um, you don't have a partner that's over there. Wow, I actually pointed in the right direction, so there's that. So we're thriving right now, folks. um, but we literally have been just doing the hard work behind the scenes. What that did mean is we had to take a step back from this. And we're not, and truthfully, here's one thing I can reveal, we're not going to be doing weekly LinkedIn lives, at least not for the
We're
near, near foreseeable future. But that doesn't mean that you still can't partner with us, okay? Um, and the reason is we want to connect with our audience one on one in a very more personable space. And we love seeing, like, we see Leslie there, I see Christy, Merrill, Lisa. We love our LinkedIn Rockstar, our,
yeah, we
our
do.
supporters. We love you guys so much. But we are on a mission to truly help the people that are like that were like that are like us back then. I don't know how the best. I'm not saying that right. I said that in the most convoluted way possible.
We've been where you are now.
Yes, I'm like I said that in the worst way possible. So we want to help service-based entrepreneurs. We want to help early coaches that whether you're in the first stages of your coaching career, maybe you're in that middle part where you feel like you're stuck. Maybe you hate LinkedIn. There I said it, LinkedIn gods. There are people that hate this platform. There are. It's not Shell or I. We love this platform, but there's a reason why we love this platform. And so, want to give some quick practical tips that you guys can kind of take away today. And I'm going to put Shell a little bit on the spot. And then, as we continue to progress, we'll share a little bit more about what you can expect and what the next step will be for you to join us. Okay. So, let's do tips 1 through 3, Shell. What is a profile tip that you'd like to share with the audience today?
Uh, well, with the goal of helping you guys boost your visibility, and being really intentional with it. One thing that I think you can do right away, and we've talked about this before, but like always worth repeating, is think about what you want to be known for. And that can really like solidify itself and reinforce itself throughout your profile from section to section. Um, if you want to start immediately, bare bones, you need to have a headline that is keyword searchable, that is engaging, and that is clear, not just clear to what you want to do, what you want to be known for, words that can be searched, that you can be found for, and you can do that pretty easily right now. Um, so I know over the last few months, over the last few years, you guys have seen me evolve my headline quite a bit as I get more and more comfortable with who I am, how I want to show up, and how I want to support people, and what my audience appreciates, which is you guys. So I want you to do that too. I want you to start thinking about what keywords resonate most with my audience. What keywords can I be searchable and found for to increase my visibility, and test it out? Play around with it. And that's something that you can easily do or start playing around with right now to get more visibility and boost your presence.
And I'm going to add so you guys can check out my profile. You're going to see a lot of new things on my profile. Like I've literally been working on my profile left and right this past couple of weeks, and Shell's seen some of that work as well. You're going to see that I've got new banners up. I've redone my services page. I've rewritten my about section. Yes, because we all know that Melanie, if you followed us long enough, we know that Melanie doesn't just do her profile in bits and pieces over time. She literally sits down and just does it in one felt swoop. So, which is not actually how she coaches. And I'm speaking with myself in third person. So, um, I have to, I'm a person that has to literally, like, oh, I'm going to redo my profile. You betcha, I'm going to redo it. But literally leaning into being found, like giving myself a new jump start. And that's honestly when you start to change things to your profile, um, that's when you start to kind of get a little bit of rejuvenation. You're feeling, you're feeling the filling the tank up, and it's, it helps attract people to your profile. So it's smart. If you haven't touched a bit, you don't have to do like I do, like where I'm like, let's change it all. Um, but you can do bits and pieces. That's going to draw people to your profile. That's going to help people become more engaged because you know what? They're going to be like, oh, I didn't know that about you. I've also been doing a really big push on skills endorsements recently. And I'm not going to give the full tip on that because, truthfully, I'm not going to lie. Keeping that for the LinkedIn Rockstar Accelerator course that we're going to be having. And that's going to be some specific coaching. But I am really full on, like, legit leaning into skills endorsements for the very first time in 7 years of my coaching. I have had a love hate with skills. I push people to have those 100 skills. Absolutely. I don't even tell people to have 100 skills. Like, I don't believe in having skills for the sake of having skills. I want them to be purposeful and have meaning. But I've never pushed the endorsements, and through some coaching that I'm getting right now, have found this to be an eye-opening experience. And it's actually started to generate conversations based on me reaching out to my connections. And then
Yeah.
those conversations, guess what? Those are in the DMs. It's not happening on content. It's not happening. It's happening behind the scenes. And that's been a great lesson for me because it's helping me up level my coaching. So
That's a
wherever
great
you are,
segue into like an engagement hack too, because
yes.
you're starting the conversation just by talking to people about their skills and what's important to them.
And it's also a way to just say, here's a little thank you, I have only, I can't tell you the amount of messages that have gone out for this, but it's only to my first, it's to my first degree connections, of course. But the reality is this: I am asking for endorsements. I'm doing something I've never done before in 7 years. And I literally, I mean, hundreds of messages. I have probably only had three people that have said, no, I don't want to endorse you. I don't really know that to be, it's not something they feel comfortable with. I totally respect that. 90, whatever that is, 98% or whatever, it's probably higher than that. I'm not a math girl. I really am not a math girl.
We've
Okay.
never we've never
um,
claimed to be that.
um, but out of, I don't know, hundreds, five, I mean, I've sent a lot of messages. So I'm going to be very honest with you. Um, I've literally only had literally three people that have said no. And most of the time, I'm starting conversations. In fact, had a person that we've been connected. I don't even know the last time we had a conversation. And she was like, you know what? Do you do this, by the way, with like resumes? And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I do. In conjunction with LinkedIn. So it has opened up the door for conversations. And engagement, we know, is what is ruling the world on LinkedIn right now. What are your thoughts on engagement, Shell?
Uh, People be slacking on it. And my grammar just went out the window there. But like, I I see way too many people not engaging on LinkedIn, and honestly, like when I'm coaching and working with clients to increase their visibility, and I'm encouraging them to engage more, one of the things that I you know guide them through is we take a look at somebody's activity on their profile, because it's not just about like what content are you sharing and what content are you engaging with, but like if you want to give yourself a leg up and have a chance to get somebody's response or eyeballs on something sooner, and that way you're not playing that waiting game of, you know I want them to respond immediately, but like it's been days and days and days. Like looking at somebody's activity and their engagement level can really tell you about how quickly they're going to respond, or what, like how you can gauge that conversation going. It's not even necessarily with this specific tip. It's not necessarily even about like the quality of their engagement, just the fact that they're having some. And so I do think it is a big misstep for people to not be engaging. Now, take that a step further, and without giving away too much right now, because I want to save some for, the LinkedIn Rockstar workshop and the group program, um, which we'll tell you more about in just a second. Um, you do really want to have meaningful engagement there. So, like, step one is making sure that you have some level of engagement, like consistent engagement. Step two is making sure that that engagement is meaningful. And both of those things piggyback on each other to LinkedIn to not only like show you more great content and people that you want to be engaging with, but to make you more searchable and visible to those who you want to get in front of. So, yeah, I definitely think people should be taking more advantage of the engagement and finding a strategy that works for them. And those are just two of the ways that we can get started doing that.
So I guess your audio may be a little choppy, but we're gonna roll with it, folks. That's all.
I'm, I'm, I'm rolling with it. I did see Tracy's comment. I do think it's because my headphone is hitting my hair, and because I'm so like, excited when I talk that things move around. So I will try to position myself without moving too much. But for me, that's really hard. I can't sit still. I'll try to have a better audio setup next week.
No, it's all good. It's all good. So, let's see, America. Thank you so much. Hey, America, glad to see you here. I put up a question for you. Love for you guys that are watching. Drop your answers in the chat. What's the one LinkedIn challenge you're running into right now? Of course, we continuously hear challenges about the algorithm. Our posts are not, we're not reaching people. And here's the thing that you're going to find with Shell and I: we don't let that stuff bother us. Yeah, we're aware of it and we acknowledge it because it's good to be informed and to, to do that. But everything that we've given today can be done in less than 10 minutes. Literally everything. Like, I mean, no, you're not going to message 1,000 people in less than 10 minutes. And I've been doing this over the course of like multiple weeks, by the way, in terms
If
of,
you even if you were to try to message 1,000 people or even 100 people in a short amount of time, LinkedIn's gonna flag you.
oh, LinkedIn will
So
flag you quicker than anything else in this world. By the way, I did get flagged. I did get a little message that said, we suspect something suspicious. And I actually, that particular day, I was like, I haven't done anything, but I have increased my activity on the back end of things, reaching my audience, things like that. So LinkedIn was even a little bit like, hmm, what are you up to? I just got a warning. So, and of course, I had a freak out moment, but I handled it well. So,
glad you're not back in LinkedIn jail.
yeah, I will. I don't know if I can get out. Like, honestly, I mean, because I think I had to sign my life away or something that I wouldn't ever commit a crime again. Um, but we love LinkedIn, and thank you, LinkedIn, for just protecting me. So it's suspected because of I and honestly, my activity had been probably drastically different than what it had been, just an increased workload behind the scenes. So LinkedIn said, "What's going on?" And so yeah, I just had to acknowledge that it was me and nothing bad was happening behind the scenes. So from that standpoint, so we'd love to hear from you. Tell us what's happening. What is your challenge? And just remember too, all of the things that we've talked about today are the things that are definitely things that are implementable. I see Gregory's comment about security on LinkedIn. Obviously, security is always an issue with the platform. We know that there's scams that are happening. I would say that what our goal is to there's bots, and our goal now, and I still talk about these things from a career perspective in my kind of career coaching hat. Our goal is to really help people. Truth is to go from being invisible to in demand. That's our goal. We know too many coaches that and entrepreneurs and consultants that are amazing people doing amazing things, that their voices, they feel lost, they feel alone. And so we do address the fact of like, what can you do from a security standpoint? Can you have two-factor authentication on? Yes, you can. The bots and the scammers, they seem to get smarter and smarter every day. So it's important for us to stay on top of that and be informed. But our goal is also to make people really enjoy being on this platform and enjoy and having a community where they can thrive and feel supported. That is our biggest goal. Anything else I should add to that, Shell?
I, I once you've taken steps to verify your profile, to add the two-factor authentication, it really comes down to like your energy, um, and not allowing certain people or profiles, whether they're bots or not, into your space. And so I think this is worth like even mentioning briefly, because if there are going we can't get rid of all the hackers and the bots, and like they're just going to keep finding ways to do what they do, but that should not be your LinkedIn experience all the time. So don't be afraid, and you've heard me use this phrase before, to block and bless. Like if you think that there's something wrong with somebody's profile, or the way that they're presenting themselves, if you don't feel if you feels unsafe, or if you're not sure if it's a real person, report it. You do not, or just clear it out of your field of energy, so that you're not being dragged down by it. There's so many different levels of ways that you can report it, block it, contact LinkedIn about it, just delete it from your messages, and like any level of that like can help make you feel safer on the platform. And of course we're here if you have questions about that. But yeah, like I don't want you to waste your time or drain your time and energy on what other people are doing. Make sure that you feel safe first and foremost and curate your space accordingly. Block and bless, report people, remove them, delete them, move them to other, archive them, spam them, whatever you need to do.
But I want to add something too. There's bots, there's scams on every single platform that is out there right now. I'm getting text emails about job opportunities from supposed Indeed recruiters. Recruiters are not texting. I'm getting, opportunities for crypto, Bitcoin, whatever, through like even WhatsApp chats. Okay. Because I have, WhatsApp communities that I'm a part of that I, participate in, and I'm getting those. And to Shell's point, it's a matter of like, okay, is it an inconvenience? No, I'm not going to respond and I'm not going to engage. But you get, Instagram forever has had profiles taken over. So being, that is a scary thing, but we can't, we have to be mindful of like, we can't live in that space. We can be, we can protect ourselves. Like Meryl said, yeah, energy vampire busters. Like we have to, we can be smart. We can like, okay, does this seem suspicious? But I'm going to relate this back to being found, seen, and heard. This is why it's important to be authentic. This is why it's important for you to show up on this platform so that when people do come across you, they don't have to question if what your intentions are. They get that sense of energy from you, and whether you want to believe that or not, um, I'm going to tell you it's true. It's how we choose to show up. Recently, and we're not naming names, Shell had the most freakiest situation with somebody who started a conversation from 3 years ago, 3 years ago,
Can't
and
make
I'm going
this
to
stuff
back up
up.
this as well. We are, and I'm quoting Chris Colt here. We're in a trust deficit right now in our communities. A lot of things happening in the world, a lot of things happening in the creator space. So we have to build trust. We have to build that. And I think this is something really important. Going back to Shell's experience, individual messaged her, hey, we haven't had a conversation in 3 years. We'd love to jump on a call. Guess what? We don't coach like that, okay? We don't coach telling you to jump on calls. We want you to have purpose. We want you to have meaning. And I'll make the long story short. In Shell's experience, I mean, I was about ready to go through the phone on this. I was about like, where is this human being located? I'm gonna go find him. Okay. Um, Literally scheduled her a Zoom call, and this is me saying it, so Shell is not calling this person out if they watch, whatever. Scheduled her a Zoom call without asking. Took her email, put it on a Zoom, put her on the calendar. She's like, "What the heck? I don't have an appointment at 1 o'clock on Friday." Oh
I
yes,
hadn't
you
even
do, Shell.
responded to I hadn't even responded to the message yet, and I was already getting like the Zoom invite, the calendar invite, and the confirmation email to thanked me for scheduling. And I was like, wait, what?
It made Shell feel crazy. Like, well, maybe I agreed to this call and I didn't know it.
I
Like,
did not.
whoa.
Um,
Can you imagine this is how you do business? No. We have to be authentic. We have to connect with our audience. We have to be able to do that. But most importantly, if anything, we have to be there to support one another. And so, not going to quite end at 12:30 because we ran over time because I felt like we had to share that story, Shell. I felt like that was
I mean, it just goes with everything that we've been talking about to talk about safety and making sure you feel supported and having what you need. And when something goes awry or like is just so far varies so vastly from your intentions and your expectation, uh it's okay to put your foot down or it's okay to push back. For me, pushing back is hard sometimes because I want to make sure that everybody else feels encouraged too, but that does not negate me feeling safe and secure and supported myself. So when something doesn't feel right, it's okay to speak up and be like, "Hey, like I noticed you did this thing and I didn't agree to that. What's up with that?" Now that person hasn't responded since then, and I take that as a either they knew that that was happening behind the scenes or they just felt called out having done it. But like, do what you need to do. I haven't blocked and reported that person because I'm still, you know, giving them space to respond. But like, for anybody else that feels like if they were in that scenario that you would block or report or like remove that person or delete it or disconnect from them, again, do what you need to do to feel safe and supported. And and it's okay. This is just a real world example, something that happened this week. We can't make this shit up. Excuse my language. But like, yeah, sorry. Sometimes we're gonna curse because that's how we do it in the Rockstar Academy. That's just who we are. It's just life, right? We just gotta keep going and making sure that we feel supported and know that we're not alone every step of the way.
So, one of the things that I'm trying to add a QR code here for me for you guys so I can add it to the screen. So bear with me here. We've got something coming up that's super excited that want to share. I don't know why it's not letting me do this. There we go. Just um, so we've got something that we are super excited to share. And this was kind of the teaser. This was us getting our feet wet and getting back into the swing of things. Because as much as I don't like it, summer is coming to a close um, faster than I would like. Yes, I'm a little sad. I'm a little depressed by it. I'm not going to lie. It is 67 degrees and it is cloudy today. And I am just not happy about that, okay? I'm not.
I feel you.
I crave sun. I crave 90-degree temperatures, and that is the world of which I want to live in. Okay. So that being said, I'm gonna put a code. I'm gonna put a QR code up here for you guys. This was the teaser. This is the next step in the journey. Okay. We have a workshop we're rolling out. It is going to be September 4th. It's right after Labor Day holiday. It's 11 a.m. It's going to be a 45-minute workshop. This is an opportunity for you to jump in, do a deep dive with us. We're going to roll out the full Rockstar roadmap for you. We want to take you from invisible to in demand on LinkedIn. This is a proven system. We've had people go through this system, and it's actually the system that both Shell and I have personally used throughout our course of time. And truthfully, this is what we've been perfecting and understanding where the kinks are in the system and what we can do to make it better for everyone. So, encourage you guys, click on, do a little phone, get the link. Also, want to make sure that we drop the link in the chat, and we'll do that
It's there.
here.
I see it.
Oh, okay, perfect. So I was like, make sure I was like trying to, Meryl, you'd be so proud of me. I'm literally multitasking, not successfully, but I'm multitasking. Okay, a little success. Um, Love to know what your thoughts are. If you want to join us, if you want more details, drop it in the chat. We'll follow up with you personally, one on one, if we have permission to do so with you. But that's the next step in the Rockstar roadmap. That's the next step in the Rockstar journey, folks. September 4th is our next step. Think of this as announcing our tour, okay? These are our
Yes.
tour dates.
We've got
Mark
our tour day.
the calendar. And Shell's gonna kill me because I can't remember the second date in the tour date. So um, after that, we're gonna have a paid masterclass. That's gonna be on September the 25th. And I can tell you this, guys, based on how that event goes on the 4th, we probably will be giving away some prizes, some little freebies, things of that nature. But mark your calendars, September the 4th, September the 5th, and here's the big announcement. On October the 16th, we're launching what is now called the LinkedIn Rockstar Accelerator. It is our 6-week course, and we want to take you from invisible to in demand, and we want to catapult you into action on this platform so you can be found, seen, and heard. Closing thoughts, Shell.
I mean, I I speak for myself, but I also speak for Melanie here when I say like we're so excited for you to be on this Rockstar tour with us. We hope you'll join us for the roadmap because we've really like taken a lot of time to evolve this system and to go through it and iterate and to make it as good as it can honestly like I don't think it can get any better right now. Um, I'm sure you guys can prove me wrong because we will keep iterating it as we learn and evolve, just like the LinkedIn platform itself does. But we are so like I want to break out my pom poms, but I know like my screen and my sound are going to be all over the place when I do. Like I am ready to go. And I just want to know, like, are you with me? Are you with us? Because we are ready to go on tour. We've got backstage passes, we've got VIP access, we've got spotlight sessions, like all the rock star lingo, but like we are here for it if you are. And I hope you're here for it.
Absolutely. Super excited. So join us September the 4th. Click that. There's an event. We'll start inviting people today. Um, but really excited, guys, for you to see what's behind the scenes. We're super excited to show you this roadmap and what you can do from going to point A to point B, or C, D, E, F, G, whatever
A to
you are,
Z.
A to Z. So on that note, I'm only ending 6 minutes late, which isn't too bad. I'm trying, folks. I'm trying. Thank you,
And guys,
Meryl.
let me know. Was my audio better once I moved my hair out of the
Yes,
way?
it was better after
Okay,
her.
so we'll my hair.
And I have like this one little piece that I'm trying not to touch, otherwise it would make a whole big mess. But so yeah, so we are imperfect people, and we are embracing it, and we are loving it. And thank you, Meryl. Yes, um, I have missed that as well. Being able, truthfully, yes, have missed being on lives, and but excited about what this next journey looks like, and how we can, how we can really help people, and that's our goal. So, on that note, we're going to wrap up because we both have a full packed day. And if you have questions, message us, let us know, and we will see you on September the 4th.
Yeah. I'm going to stick around on LinkedIn a little bit for anyone who's got immediate questions. But otherwise, we're here for you. You know how to find us. Make sure to connect with us if you're not already connected. And, you know, who would we be if I didn't do my little spiel at the end, right? Look up, look down, look left, look right, all around you. Take a look at who else has been in the room with you today and make sure to start some conversations and connect with people too. We'll see you on the Rockstar Roadmap. Hope to see you there.